Welcome back, baseball fans. 4Friends1679 here, and tonight we are finishing off the National League Central and kicking off the 2026 edition, talking about the most successful franchise in National League history with 11 World Championships, the all-time St. Louis Cardinals. Yes, the 2025 season is finally in the books, and it just so happens that this roster did see a change from it. I had originally created these teams before the 2025 season started and had hoped to finish the league before the season was over, but that's life. So, I'll mention the player that was cut from the 2025 version of this team and include the 2026 player officially rather than as a future star as I've been doing. If you're enjoying these videos, please be sure to like and subscribe as there are still many more to come. And as always, we'll start out with a brief history of the franchise so that you understand the years and eras the players are being drawn from. The franchise was created in 1882 as the St. Louis Browns. Yeah, I know, right? In the American Association of Professional Baseball Players. The 1880s were a strong decade for them with 4 trips to the championship, winning one and tying for another. Yes, they actually had ties for the championship back then. They joined the National League in 1892, would struggle mightily after the transition with 7 straight finishes of 9th place or lower, and a pair of 100-loss seasons, one of them coming in a 133-game season, mind you. Rebranding as the Cardinals in 1900, they would remain a middling franchise at best until the 1920s, where it would be off to the races for the next 3 decades, with pennants in 1928, 1930, and 1943, and world championships in 1926, 1931, the Gas House Gang in 1934, 1942, 1944, and 1946. From 1921 to 1953, they would see just 3 losing records and only 6 seasons finishing in the cellar. The 1950s were a decade of decline, but they would be back in the spotlight in the 60s with a pennant and another pair of world championships. They were strong in the 70s despite not reaching the postseason, and would add another 2 pennants and another world championship in the 80s. The 90s would be another middling decade with only a single division win, but since 2000, they have made the playoffs 16 times, adding 2 more pennants and another pair of world championships. They're rebuilding at the moment, but just this year saw an active player clause way onto this roster. Not a common occurrence for an original NL franchise. Now, without further ado, let's get into the 40-man roster of the all-time St. Louis Cardinals. Up first at catcher is a man making a very strong case as the greatest defensive catcher of all time, El Capitan, number 4, Yadier Molina. Yadi was a 10-time All-Star, 9-time Gold Glover, and took home the Silver Slugger in 2013, smacking 40 doubles that year. He's led the league in putouts and assists 3 times each, and double plays, fielding percentage, and caught stealing percentage 4 times each. Molina hit .277 with a 96 OPS plus over 19 years, and in his representative season hit .315 with 22 homers, 76 RBI, and a 137 OPS plus. He's backed up by the best hitting National League catcher of the 1970s, not named Johnny Bench, number 23, Ted Simmons. Simba was a 6-time All-Star and won the Silver Slugger in 1980. He delivered a pair of 100 RBI seasons and clubbed 40 doubles in 1978. Simmons hit .298 with a 127 OPS plus over 13 consistent seasons in St. Louis, and he was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2020, and his number was retired in 2021. In his representative season, he hit .287 with 22 homers, 80 RBI, and a 148 OPS plus. And rounding out the catchers is number 15, Tim McCarver. McCarver was a 2-time All-Star and led the league in triples in 1966. He hit .272 with a 100 OPS plus over 12 years, spanning 2 stints on the club, and in his representative season hit .295 with 14 home runs, 69 RBI, and a 136 OPS plus. Vaulting all the way to the top spot at first base is a player that has been an absolute privilege to watch over the past few decades, number 5, Albert Pujols. Prince Albert was a 10-time All-Star, 6-time Silver Slugger, 3-time Most Valuable Player, 2-time Home Run Champion, named Rookie of the Year in 2001, won the Batting Championship in 2003, and the Gold Glove in 2006. He smashed over 30 home runs 11 times, topping 46 times. He drove in over 100 runs 10 times, leading the league in 2010, scored over 100 runs 10 times, leading the league 5 times, and drew over 100 walks 3 times. He notched over 40 doubles 6 times, twice topping topping 50 and leading the league in 2003. He would lead the league with over 200 hits that year, and in total bases 4 times, on base percentage in 2009, slugging and ops 3 times each, and ops plus 4 times. Pujols hit .326 with a 169 OPS plus over 12 seasons, spanning 2 stints with the team. He's a member of both the 3,000 hit and 700 home run clubs, and is universally expected to be inducted to the Hall of Fame on his first ballot in 2028. In his representative season, he hit .327 with 47 home runs to win the crown, 135 RBI, and a league-leading 124 runs scored, 374 total bases, 443 on base percentage, 658 slugging, 1101 ops, and 189 OPS plus. That's a tough act to follow, and he's backed up by an all-too-often forgotten slugger, the Big Cat number 10, Johnny Mize. Big John was a 4-time All-Star and 2-time home run champion, smashing over 40 in 1940. He turned in 500 RBI seasons, leading the league in 1940, and scored over 100 runs 3 times. He reached double figures in triples 3 times, leading the league in 1938, and leading the league in total bases, slugging, and ops 3 times each, and ops plus twice. Mize hit .336 with a 171 OPS plus over 6 seasons, and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1981. In his representative season, he hit .349 to win the batting title, 28 home runs to win the home run championship, with 108 RBI, 104 runs scored, 44 doubles, 14 triples, and a league-leading 353 total bases, 626 slugging, 1070 ops, and 178 OPS plus. And finishing up what should be, come 2028, a trio of Hall of Famers at first, is number 4, Sonny Jim Bottomley. Bottomley was named Most Valuable Player and won the Home Run Championship in 1928. He topped 30 home runs that year, drove in over 100 runs 6 times, twice leading the league, scored over 100 runs twice, and reached the 200-hit plateau, leading the league in 1925. He smacked a trio of 40 double seasons, twice leading the league, and achieved double figures in triples 7 times, reaching 20 and leading the league in 1928, and twice led the league in total bases. Over 11 seasons, Bottomley hit .325 with a 136 OPS plus, and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1974. In his representative season, he hit .367 with 21 homers, 128 RBI, with 12 triples, a league-leading 227 hits and 44 doubles, and a 148 OPS plus. Starting things off at second base, one of the greatest right-handed hitters of all time, and easily the greatest hitting second baseman of all time, the Raja, Rogers Hornsby. Hornsby was a 6-time batting champion, 2-time home run champion, 2-time Triple Crown winner, and named Most Valuable Player in 1925. He smashed over 30 home runs twice, topping 40 in 1922, that year becoming the only player in history to hit 400 with 40 home runs in the same season. He would hit 400 a record 3 times, and his 424 in 1924 is the highest in the American or National League since 1901. He delivered a trio of 100 RBI seasons, leading the league 4 times. He scored over 100 runs 4 times, leading the league 3 times. He reached the 200 hit mark 5 times, leading the league 4 times, smacked over 40 doubles 5 times, leading the league 4 times, topped double figures in triples 9 times, twice leading the league, and reached 20 in 1920. He led the league in walks in 1924. He led the league in total bases and on base percentage 6 times, slugging and ops 7 times, and ops plus 8 times. Hornsby hit .359 with a 177 OPS plus across 13 seasons, spanning 2 stints on the team. He retired the all-time leader in home runs by a second baseman, although that record has been broken 3 times since. He was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1942, and his lack of a uniform number was retired in 1997. In his representative season, he hit a modern National League record 424 to win the crown, with 25 homers, 94 RBI, 14 triples, and a league-leading 121 runs scored, 227 hits, 43 doubles, 89 walks, 373 total bases, 507 on base percentage, 696 slugging, 1203 ops, and 222 OPS plus. Mother of mercy, that's a hard act to follow, but he's backed up by the man who's put more questionable candidates into the Hall of Fame than any other, the Fordham Flash, number 3, Frankie Frisch. Frisch was a three-time All-Star and named Most Valuable Player in 1931. He delivered a trio of 100-run seasons. He reached 200 hits in 1927 and stole over 40 bases that year, twice leading the league. He smacked over 40 doubles and reached double figures and triples twice each, achieving the quadruple double in 1927 and drove in over 100 runs in 1930. Over 11 seasons, Frisch hit .312 with a 105 OPS plus and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1947. In his representative season, he hit .337 with 10 home runs, 78 RBI, 112 runs scored, 208 hits, 11 triples, a league-leading 48 stolen bases, and a 124 OPS plus. And finishing up a trio of Hall of Famers at second base is number 2, Red Schoendienst. Schoendienst was a 9-time All-Star. He led the league in stolen bases in 1945, scored over 100 runs twice, and twice smacked over 40 doubles, leading the league in 1950. While he played mostly before the Gold Gloves were awarded, in the field he led the league in putouts and assists 3 times each, double plays twice, and fielding percentage 5 times. Schoendienst hit .289 with a 93 OPS plus over 15 seasons, spanning 2 stints on the club. He was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1989, and his number was retired in 1996. In his representative season, he hit .342 with 15 homers, 79 RBI, 107 runs scored, and a 135 OPS plus. Cooling things off at the hot corner is number 14, Ken Boyer. Boyer was a 7-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glover, and named Most Valuable Player in 1964. He led the league in RBI that year in his second straight season of driving in over 100 runs. He scored over 100 runs 3 times and reached double figures in triples 3 times as well. Boyer hit .293 with a 119 OPS plus over 11 seasons, and his number was retired in 1984. In his representative season, he hit .329 with 24 homers, 95 RBI, 109 runs scored, 11 triples, and a 136 OPS plus. He's backed up by number 13, Matt Carpenter. Carp was a 3-time All-Star and took home the Silver Slugger in 2013. He led the league in hits that year, turned in a trio of 100-run seasons, leading the league that year, knocked out a trio of 40 double seasons, topping 50 that year, and leading the league twice. He drew over 100 walks twice, led the league in 2014, and smashed over 30 home runs in 2018. Carpenter hit .261 with a 121 OPS plus over 12 years, spanning 2 stints on the team, and in his representative season hit .318 with 11 home runs, 78 RBI, a league-leading 126 runs, 199 hits, and 55 doubles, and a 140 OPS plus. And it wouldn't be the Cardinals unless they had at least one Hall of Famer at every position, so finishing up at third is number 27, Scott Rowland. Rowland was a 4-time All-Star and 3-time Gold Glove winner. He smashed over 30 home runs twice, including the season he was acquired during, and drove in over 100 runs 3 times, also counting that same partial season. He scored over 100 runs in 2004 and twice smacked over 40 doubles. Rowland hit .286 with a 127 OPS plus across 6 seasons in St. Louis and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2023. In his representative season, he hit .314 with 34 homers, 124 RBI, 109 runs scored, and a 158 OPS plus. It's been a day of greatest so far, and starting off at shortstop, and I'm sorry all you millennials and zoomers, but it's not even close. The greatest defensive shortstop of all time, the Wizard of Oz, number 1, Ozzie Smith. Smith was a 14-time All-Star, a record 11-time Gold Glover, was named NLCS MVP in 1985 and took home the Silver Slugger in 1987. While not known for his bat, Smith was a terror on the base pad, stealing over 30 bases 9 times, 3 times topping 40 and passing 50 in 1988. And he did manage to punch out 40 doubles and score over 100 runs in 1987. In the field, he led the league in putouts in 1982, assists 5 times, double plays 4 times, and fielding percentage 7 times. I try never to mention WAR directly in these summaries, but Smith is the all-time leader in D-WAR at any position. He holds the all-time record for assists by a shortstop and the all-time National League record for double plays by a shortstop. Smith hit .272 with a 93 OPS plus over 15 seasons. His number was retired in 1996, and he was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2002. In his representative season, he hit .273 with 2 home runs, 50 RBI, and a 97 OPS plus. This defensive wizard is backed up by the only man ever to win the MVP solely for his glove, the Octopus, number 4, Marty Marion. Marion was a 7-time All-Star and named Most Valuable Player in 1944. He led the league in putouts, assists, and double plays twice each, and fielding percentage 3 times. While known more for his glove than his bat, he led the league in doubles in 1942. Marion hit .264 with an 82 OPS plus over 11 years, and in his representative season hit .276 with no home runs, 54 RBI, a league-leading 38 doubles, and a 103 OPS plus. And finishing up the infield is number 7, Solly Hemus. Hemus scored over 100 runs twice, leading the league in 1952, and reached double figures in triples in 1953. He hit .275 with a 116 OPS plus over 9 years, spanning 2 stints on the team, and in his representative season he hit .268 with 15 homers, 52 RBI, a league-leading 105 runs scored, and a 126 OPS plus. Moving into the outfield, leading off in left, the franchise, the Rocket, number 20, Lou Brock. Brock was a 6-time All-Star. He delivered a trio of 200-hit seasons and led the league with over 40 doubles in 1968. But let's be honest, Brock was best known for being a terror on the base paths. He scored over 100 runs 6 times, twice leading the league. He passed double figures in triples 4 times, leading the league in 1968, achieving a trio of quadruple doubles, and stole over 30 bases 14 times, including 40 the year he was acquired, with 12 seasons over 50, 7 over 60, 3 over 70, and a then record 118 in 1974. He led the league in steals 8 times and retired with both the single season and all-time stolen base records. While both have since been broken by Rickey Henderson, each remains the respective National League record. Brock hit .297 with a 112 OPS plus over 16 seasons. He is a member of the 3,000 hit club. His number was retired in 1979 and he was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1985. In his representative season, Brock hit .279 with 6 home runs, 51 RBI, a league-leading 46 doubles, 14 triples, and 62 stolen bases, and a 124 OPS plus. He's backed up by muscles, number 7, Ducky Medwick. Medwick was a 6-time All-Star and named Most Valuable Player in 1937, smashing over 30 home runs and winning the Triple Crown that year. He delivered 600 RBI seasons, leading the league 3 times, and scored over 100 runs 5 times, leading the league in 1937, and reached the 200-hit plateau 4 times, twice leading the league. He clubbed over 40 doubles 7 times, leading the league 3 times, and topping 50 in 1937 and 60 in 1936. And reached double figures in triples 5 times, leading the league in 1934. He led the league in total bases 3 times, passing 400 and leading the league in slugging ops and ops plus in 1937. Medwick hit .335 with a 142 OPS plus across 11 seasons, spanning 2 stints on the team, and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1968. In his representative season, he won the Triple Crown, hitting .374 with 31 homers, 154 RBI, 10 triples, and a league-leading 111 runs scored, 237 hits, 56 doubles, 406 total bases, 641 slugging, 1056 ops, and 182 OPS plus. Taking our first real trip in the Wayback Machine, up next is the Woodstock Wonder, Tip O'Neill. O'Neill was a 2-time batting champion and a Triple Crown winner, hitting over 400 in 1887. He drove in over 100 runs 3 times, twice leading the league, scored over 100 runs 4 times, leading the league in 1887, led the league in hits twice, clearing 200 in 1887, reached double figures in triples 4 times, leading the league in, you guessed it, 1887. He smacked over 50 doubles that year as well, leading the league, also achieving the quadruple double, and leading the league in total bases, on base percentage, slugging, ops, and ops plus. O'Neill hit .344 with a 159 OPS plus over 7 years, but it's really all about that representative season where he won the Triple Crown, hitting .435 with 14 homers, 123 RBI, 30 stolen bases, and a league-leading 167 runs, 225 hits, 52 doubles, 19 triples, 357 total bases, 490 on-base percentage, 691 slugging, 1180 ops, and 213 OPS plus. And finishing up in left is Big Daddy number 7, Matt Holliday. Holliday was a 4-time All-Star and took home the Silver Slugger in 2010. He topped 40 doubles that year, delivered a pair of 100 RBI seasons, and scored over 100 runs in 2013. Over 10 years, Holliday hit .293 with a 138 OPS plus. In his representative season, he hit .312 with 28 homers, 103 RBI, 45 doubles, and a 149 OPS plus. Moving into center, it's the formidable defense of number 15, Jim Edmonds. Edmonds was a 3-time All-Star, 6-time Gold Glover, and took home the Silver Slugger in 2004. Edmonds hit a pair of 40 home run seasons on top of a pair of 30 home run seasons. He delivered a trio of 100 RBI seasons and a pair of 100 run and 100 walk seasons. Over 8 years, Edmonds hit .285 with a 143 OPS plus. In his representative season, he hit .301 with 42 homers, 111 RBI, 102 runs scored, 101 walks, and a 171 OPS plus. He's backed up by another slick fielder and one whose personal history transcends his on-field achievements, number 21, Curt Flood. Flood was a 3-time All-Star and 7-time Gold Glove winner. He scored over 100 runs in 1963 and led the league in hits in 1964 in his second 200-hit season. Over 12 years, Flood hit .293 with a 100 OPS plus. In his representative season, he hit .302 with 5 home runs, 63 RBI, 112 runs scored, 200 hits, and a 107 OPS plus. And behind him is the man Mark McGwire once described as the best protection in the order he ever had, although to be fair, Jose Canseco generally hit in front of him. Number 16, Ray Lankford. Lankford was named to the All-Star team in 1997. He smashed over 30 home runs twice, led the league in triples in 1991, smacked over 40 doubles in 1992, scored over 100 runs in 1996, and drove in over 100 runs in 1998, and stole over 30 bases 3 times, twice topping 40. Lankford hit .273 with a 124 OPS plus over 13 years, and in his representative season hit .293 with 31 homers, 105 RBI, and a 143 OPS plus. Moving into right is arguably the greatest St. Louis Cardinal of all time, the Denora Greyhound, number 6, Stan the Man Musial. Musial was a 20-time All-Star, 7-time batting champion, and 3-time MVP. He drove in over 100 runs 10 times, twice leading the league. He scored over 100 runs 11 times, leading the league 5 times. He reached the 200-hit plateau 6 times, led the league 6 times, and retired the National League's all-time hit leader, a record he held until it was passed by Pete Rose in 1981. He drew a trio of 100 walk seasons, leading the league in 1953. He smacked over 40 doubles 9 times, 3 times topping 50, leading the league 8 times, and retiring the all-time National League leader in doubles, another record that would fall to Pete Rose, this time in 1984. He passed double figures in triples 8 times, twice reaching 20 and leading the league 5 times. He smashed over 30 home runs 6 times, topped 400 total bases in 1948, leading the league 6 times, and led the league in on-base percentage, slugging, and ops plus 6 times each, and ops 7 times. Over 22 seasons, Musial hit .331 with a 159 OPS plus. He's a member of the 3,000 Hit Club. His number was retired in 1963 and he was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1969. In his representative season, Musial won his 3rd batting title, hitting .376 with 39 homers and a league leading 131 RBI, 135 runs scored, 230 hits, 46 doubles, 18 triples, 429 total bases, 450 on base percentage, 702 slugging, 1152 ops, and 200 OPS plus. And finishing up the position players is country, number 9, Enos Slaughter. Slaughter was a 10-time All-Star. He delivered a trio of 100-run seasons and a trio of 100 RBI seasons, leading the league in 1946. He clubbed over 50 doubles, leading the league in 1939, and led the league in hits and total bases in 1942. He reached double figures in triples 6 times, twice leading the league, and his mad dash from first base on a double to center scored the winning run in the 1946 World Series. Slaughter hit .305 with a 126 OPS plus across 13 seasons. He was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1985, and his number was retired in 1996. In his representative season, he hit .318 with 13 homers, 98 RBI, 100 runs scored, with a league-leading 188 hits, 17 triples, 292 total bases, and a 156 OPS plus. Now, before we move on to the pitchers, another quick bit of housekeeping for my Sim League, as Tip O'Neill played entirely in the American Association, and I don't have those seasons available for use. So, a tip of the cap to everyone who never heard of him before this video. Replacing him in the outfield for the purpose of my own personal sim play in center field is E.T., number 51, Willie McGee. McGee was a 4-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glover, 2-time batting champion, and took home both the Silver Slugger and Most Valuable Player awards in 1985. McGee led the league with over 200 hits that year, scoring over 100 runs and leading the league in triples in one of 3 seasons with double figures. He drove in over 100 runs in 1987 and stole over 30 bases 4 times, thrice topping 40, passing 50 in that same 1985 season, and achieved a pair of quadruple doubles. The Speedy McGee hit .294 with a 99 OPS plus over 13 years, spanning 2 stints on the team, and in his representative season, won his first batting title hitting .353 with 10 home runs, 82 RBI, 114 runs scored, 56 steals, a league-leading 216 hits and 18 triples, and a 147 OPS plus. At the top of the pitching staff is the intimidating presence of number 45, Bob Gibson. Hote was an 8-time All-Star, 9-time Gold Glover, 2-time Cy Young Award winner, 2-time World Series MVP, and named Most Valuable Player in 1968. Gibson was a 5-time 20-game winner, leading the league in 1970. He won the ERA title in 1968 with the lowest ERA in the National League since 1906. He struck out over 200 batters in a season 9 times, leading the league in 1968, retiring with the all-time National League record and ranked 2nd all-time overall. He also led the league in WHIP in 1968, complete games in 1969, ERA plus twice, and shutouts 4 times. In the 1967 World Series, Gibson set a postseason record, striking out 17 Boston Red Sox in a single game. Gibson drove home a 1.27 ERA plus over 17 seasons. He was just the 2nd overall member and the first National League pitcher to join the 3,000 strikeout club. His number was retired in 1975, and he was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1981. In his representative season, Gibson went 22-9 with the league's best 268 strikeouts, a modern NL record 1.12 ERA, with the league's best 13 shutouts, 8.53 WHIP, and 2.58 ERA plus. The number 2 spot is filled by a pitcher who, along with teammate Yadier Molina, shares the record for most appearances by battery mates number 50, Adam Wainwright. Wainwright was a 3-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glover, and took home the Silver Slugger in 2017. He was a 2-time 20-game winner and led the league in wins twice in 2 different years. He delivered a trio of 200 strikeout seasons and led the league in complete games 3 times and starts and shutouts twice each. Over 18 years, Wainwright turned in a 1.14 ERA plus, and in his representative season earned a league's best 19 wins against 9 losses with 219 strikeouts, a 2.94 ERA over a league's best 34 starts, 5 complete games, 241.2 innings, 2 shutouts, and a 1.27 ERA plus. Up next is the brash and eccentric ace of the Gas House Gang, the great man, number 17, Dizzy Dean. Dean was a 4-time All-Star and named Most Valuable Player in 1934. He was a 4-time 20-game winner, twice leading the league, and becoming the National League's last 30-game winner in 1934. He led the league in strikeouts 4 times, innings and complete games 3 times each, appearances, shutouts, and strikeouts per 9 twice each, winning percentage in 1934, starts in 1935, and saves retroactively in 1936. Dean delivered a 1.32 ERA plus across 7 seasons. He was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1953, and his number was retired in 1974. In his representative season, he notched a league's best 30 wins against 7 losses, with a 2.66 ERA and a league-leading 195 strikeouts and 7 shutouts, en route to a 1.59 ERA plus. Our top lefty is late 1940s ace, number 31, Harry the Cat Brackeen. Brackeen was a 2-time All-Star. He won the ERA title in 1948, winning 20 games and leading the league in strikeouts, WHIP, strikeouts per 9, and ERA plus that same year. He also led the league in shutouts twice and winning percentage in 1945. Brackeen earned a 1.33 ERA plus over 11 years, and in his representative season went 20-7, leading the league with 149 strikeouts, a 2.24 ERA, 7 shutouts, a 10.37 WHIP, 5.7 strikeouts per 9, and 1.82 ERA plus. Behind him is 1920s ace, Jesse Haynes. Pop was a 3-time 20-game winner. He led the league in games in 1920 and complete games and shutouts in 1927. Over 18 seasons, Haynes put up a 1.09 ERA plus and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1970. In his representative season, he went 24-10 with 89 strikeouts, a 2.72 ERA, a league's best 25 complete games and 6 shutouts, and a 1.48 ERA plus. Up next is number 23, Max Lanier. Lanier was a two-time All-Star. He won the ERA title and led the league in ERA plus in 1943 and led the league in strikeouts per nine in 1944. Lanier earned a 133 ERA plus over 12 years, and in his representative season went 15-7 with 123 strikeouts and a league-leading 190 ERA and 178 ERA plus. He's followed up by number 39, Larry Jackson. Jackson was a three-time All-Star and led the league in starts and innings pitched in 1960. He put up a 113 ERA plus over 8 years, and in his representative season went 14-13 with 145 strikeouts, a 3.30 ERA, and 128 ERA plus. Behind him is early 1940s ace, number 13, Mort Cooper. Cooper was a two-time All-Star and named Most Valuable Player in 1942. He won the ERA title that year, also leading in WHIP and ERA+. He was a three-time 20-game winner, twice leading the league. He led the league in shutouts twice and strikeouts per nine in 1939. Over 8 years, Cooper delivered a 133 ERA+, and in his representative season won a league's best 22 games against 7 losses, with 152 strikeouts, a league-leading 178 ERA, 10 shutouts, 987 WHIP, and 192 ERA+. Up next is their first ace of the new millennium, number 29, Chris Carpenter. Carpenter was a three-time All-Star and took home the Cy Young Award in 2005. That year he won over 20 games, struck out over 200 batters, and led the league in complete games. He led the league in whips and shutouts in 2006, won the ERA title, also leading in ERA plus and winning percentage in 2009, led the league in starts twice and innings in 2011. Over 9 years, Carpenter hammered out a 133 ERA plus, and in his representative season went 21-5 with 213 strikeouts, a 283 ERA, a league-leading 7 complete games, and a 150 ERA plus. Taking another rare trip in the Wayback Machine, it's Theo Breitenstein. Breitenstein won the ERA title in 1893 and was a 20-game winner in 1894. He led the league in ERA plus in 1893, games and innings in 1894, and starts in complete games twice each. Over 7 years, Breitenstein worked a 108 ERA plus. In his representative season, he went 19-24 with 102 strikeouts and a league-leading 318 ERA and 148 ERA plus. And going even further back in the Wayback Machine, we finish up the starting pitchers with Silver King. King was a three-time 30-game winner, topping 40 and leading the league in 1888. He rolled out a 143 ERA plus over 3 glorious seasons, but it's all about that representative year, where he led the league with 45 wins against 20 losses, with 258 strikeouts and a league-leading 163 ERA, 66 games, 64 starts, 64 complete games, 6 shutouts, 584.2 innings, 874 WHIP, and 195 ERA plus. Now, before moving on to the bullpen, I believe this is the first team where we've had to elevate 2 honorable mentions, but Silver King and his 40 wins and 500 innings, not too surprisingly, took place in the American Association. And once again, since I don't have access to those players, replacing him for my personal gameplay is number 11, Howie Pallette. Pallette was a 3-time All-Star and 2-time 20-game winner. He led the league in wins and took home the ERA title in 1946, also leading in innings and ERA plus that year, and led in shutouts in 1949. Pallette delivered a 127 ERA plus over 9 years, and in his representative season went 20-9 with 108 strikeouts, a 277 ERA, a league-leading 5 shutouts, and a 149 ERA plus. At the top of the bullpen is number 41, Lindy McDaniel. McDaniel was named to the All-Star team in 1960, leading the league in winning percentage that year. He led the league in saves twice and turned in a 106 ERA plus over 8 years. In his representative season, McDaniel went 12-4 with a league-leading 27 saves, a 209 ERA, 987 WHIP, and 195 ERA plus. He's backed up by number 28, Ted Wilkes. Wilkes led the league in games and saves in 1949. Over 8 years, he delivered a 118 ERA plus, and in his representative season went 6-6 with 13 saves, a 262 ERA, and 156 ERA plus. A new addition to the team for 2026, Hell's Bells. It's number 56, Ryan Helsley. Helsley was a two-time All-Star and saved over 40 games, leading the league in 2024. Over 7 years, he earned a 1.54 ERA plus, and in his representative season went 7-4 with a league-leading 49 saves, a 2.04 ERA and 2.02 ERA plus. Behind him is their star closer of my youth, number 38, Todd Worrell. Worrell was named Rookie of the Year in 1986 and selected to the All-Star team in 1988. He delivered a trio of 30 save seasons, leading the league in 1986, and turned in a 1.45 ERA plus over 6 years. In his representative season, he went 8-6 with 33 saves, a 2.66 ERA, and 1.57 ERA plus. And last but not least is number 44, Trevor Rosenthal. Rosenthal was selected to the All-Star team in 2015 and delivered a pair of 40-save seasons. Over 6 years, he ran up a 1.30 ERA plus, and in his representative season went 2-4 with 48 saves, a 2.10 ERA, and 1.88 ERA plus. Before moving on to the summary, the pitcher demoted to honorable mention to make room for Ryan Helsley was the Mad Hungarian, number 39, Al Hrabowski. Hrabowski chewed out a 1.27 ERA plus over 8 years, and in his representative season went 13-3. Leading the league in winning percentage out of the pen with the league's best 22 saves, a 1.66 ERA, and 2.28 ERA plus. He will be missed, and that's the roster. Be sure to hit me up in the comments with anybody you think got missed. For my part, honorable mentions would include Walker Cooper and Darryl Porter at catcher, Keith Hernandez, Ed Konechny, and Bill White at first, Miller Huggins and Tom Herr at second, Whitey Kurowski, Joe Torre and Pepper Martin at third, Gary Templeton and Edgar Renteria at short, Hall of Famers Chick Hafey and Jesse Burkett in left, Terry Moore in center, George Hendrick and Brian Jordan in right, Hall of Famer Steve Carlton at starting pitcher, and Jason Isringhausen, and Hall of Famers Lee Smith and Bruce Sutter in the bullpen. In total, these all-time Cardinals include 15 Hall of Famers, 16 MVPs, 2 Rookies of the Year, 3 Cy Young Awards, 170 All-Star selections, 57 Gold Gloves, and 14 Silver Sluggers. They won 19 batting championships, 9 home run championships, and 8 ERA titles. So what do you think of the team that Ward selected? Do you think Ward did a good job overall? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, I hope to see you at the ballpark.